There's a sacred moment that every woodcarver knows. When your chisel first bites into the grain and you realize the block of wood in your hands isn't just material, but a conversation partner. Wooden hand carving is one of humanity's oldest art forms, yet it remains vibrantly alive today, connecting us to ancient traditions while allowing for endless personal expression. This isn't simply about removing wood to make shapes. It's a meditative practice where patience, skill, and respect for the material combine to reveal hidden forms. The journey begins with selecting the right wood, and this choice shapes everything that follows. Basswood is the carver's darling for good reason. It's fine, even grain cuts like butter in any direction and holds delicate details beautifully. Butternut offers slightly more texture while still being beginner-friendly, its warm honey tones deepening beautifully with oil. For those seeking more challenge, black walnut rewards skilled hands with dramatic grain patterns, though its hardness demands sharp tools and firm commitment to each cut. Fruitwoods like cherry and pear provide wonderful carving properties along with rich color changes as they age. Even humble pine has its place, especially for practicing techniques where the prominent growth rings provide clear guidance for tool direction. Tools are the carver's extended hands, and building a relationship with them is essential. The basic toolkit starts with just a few essentials: a quality carving knife with a blade shaped to fit comfortably in your palm, a small collection of gouges and different sweeps, the curve of the cutting edge, and a V-tool for outlining and detail work. As skills progress, specialty tools enter the picture. Veiners for creating hair or fur textures, fishtail gouges for working in tight spaces, and bent tools for hollowing areas. The magic lies not in the number of tools but in knowing each one intimately, how the number 3 gouge cuts differently when pushed versus pulled, how the angle of the V-tool changes line character, how the knife's edge behaves in end grain versus long grain. Sharpening becomes a ritual rather than a chore, with water stones and strops maintaining edges so keen they can pair translucent shavings. Technique separates casual whittling from true carving artistry. Grain direction is the carver's compass. Cutting with the grain produces smooth surfaces while going against invites tear out and frustration. The stop cut is a fundamental skill where a preliminary incision prevents splintering beyond desired boundaries. Relief carving teaches how to create depth illusion through layered cuts, while in-the-round work demands understanding how forms flow in 3 dimensions. Many carvers develop signature strokes, perhaps a particular rocking motion with a gouge that creates perfect feather textures, or a knife technique that produces flowing drape folds in clothing. The true masters make it look effortless, their tools moving with economical precision as the wood seems to surrender its form willingly. Projects evolve from simple to complex as skills grow. Early efforts might focus on basic shapes: spheres to understand curvature, leaves to practice veining, or simple animals to grasp proportion. Soon comes the joy of first successful relief carvings, perhaps a floral design where petals seem to lift from the background. Eventually, the confidence to attempt in-the-round figures emerges, starting with stylized forms and progressing toward realism. Some carvers find their passion in miniature worlds, delicate songbirds with individually carved feathers or woodland scenes fitting in the palm of a hand. Others gravitate toward larger works, masks that seem to contain spirits, or architectural elements that transform spaces. The beauty of carving is that there's always another challenge waiting: a new wood to master, a more complex subject to attempt, a finer detail to capture. Design transfer methods bridge imagination and execution. Simple projects might start with pencil sketches directly on the wood, while complex patterns use carbon paper or prick-and-pounce techniques to transfer designs. Many carvers work from photographs or even clay models when tackling realistic subjects. The most experienced can sometimes carve in the mind's eye, seeing the finished form within the blank and removing just what doesn't belong, our approach Michelangelo famously described for his marble sculptures. Surface finishing brings carvings to life. Sanding progresses through increasingly fine grits, with some carvers using unconventional materials like rolled-up sandpaper for hard-to-reach curves. The choice of finish dramatically affects appearance. Linseed oil deepens warm tones, while lacquer preserves pale wood's brightness. Some carvers employ texturing techniques: wire brushes to accentuate grain for fur effects, or controlled burning to create shadows in deep recesses. The final wax or polish isn't just protection. It's the last conversation between maker and material, the point where light learns how to dance across the carved surfaces. Safety in carving is both practical and philosophical. Sharp tools are actually safer than dull ones because they require less force, but cuts happen. Good carving gloves and thumb guards prevent many mishaps. The real safety lies in mindfulness, never carving when tired or distracted, always knowing where the blade will go if it slips, keeping tools razor-sharp to maintain control. There's a rhythm that develops where the carver becomes so attuned to the work that hands and tools move almost unconsciously, yet with complete awareness, a state some compare to meditation. The history of wood carving stretches back to our earliest civilizations, yet remains intensely personal for every practitioner. Scandinavian flat-plane carving preserves folk art traditions with its distinctive faceted style. Japanese sashimono combines joinery with decorative carving in perfect harmony. African ceremonial masks carry cultural stories through carved symbolism. European cathedral carvings demonstrate how faith and craftsmanship intertwined. Contemporary artists push boundaries with abstract forms that challenge perceptions of what wood can become. Every carver adds to this continuum, whether replicating traditional patterns or inventing entirely new expressions. Teaching carving to others completes the circle. There's profound satisfaction in seeing a beginner's amazement when they first make a controlled cut that does exactly what they intended, or when they complete their first original piece. Carving circles and workshops preserve techniques that might otherwise disappear, while online communities share innovations globally. The craft thrives through this generosity of knowledge, with experienced carvers remembering their own first hesitant cuts as they guide newcomers. Wood carving's therapeutic benefits are increasingly recognized. The focused attention required creates a natural mindfulness state, reducing stress and anxiety. The tactile feedback of tool meeting wood grounds us in physical reality, a counterbalance to our digital lives. Completing a carving provides tangible accomplishment that boosts confidence and self-esteem. For many, the carving bench becomes a sanctuary where time disappears and only the conversation between wood tools and imagination matters. Collectors appreciate hand-carved works for their uniqueness. No two pieces are identical, even from the same artist. The slight variations in tool marks, the wood's individual grain patterns. The future of wood carving looks bright as new generations discover its satisfactions. Modern tools like power carvers and laser guides assist without replacing fundamental hand skills. Exotic woods from sustainable sources expand creative possibilities. Artists combine carving with other media, incorporating metals, stones, or pigments into their wooden creations. Yet through all innovations the core remains unchanged. A sharp edge, a willing piece of wood, and the human vision that brings them together to create something that never existed before. Perhaps the greatest lesson wood carving teaches is respect. For the material that grew slowly over decades only to offer itself to our tools, for the traditions passed down through countless hands holding blades before ours, for the patience required to see a project through from rough blank to polished finish. In our era of instant everything, carving stands as a reminder that some things cannot and should not be rushed, that true quality emerges through sustained attention and care. So whether you're considering your first simple whittling project or have years of carving experience, remember that every master was once a beginner, every complex carving began as a plain block of wood, and every cut, even those we consider mistakes, adds to the story being told in grain and form. The wood waits, the tools stand ready, and the only question is what beautiful thing you'll discover hiding within the next piece you pick up. That's the enduring magic of hand carving. It's not just about what we make from wood, but what the making reveals in ourselves. When you next see a hand-carved piece, whether an antique treasure or a contemporary creation, look beyond the surface. See the thousands of careful cuts that shaped it, the hours of focused attention, the love of craft that transformed a living tree into lasting art. Then imagine what might emerge from your own hands, given time, patience, and willingness to listen to what the wood wants to become. The tradition continues, the art evolves, and your unique contribution awaits its moment to take form. That's the call of wood carving, an invitation to slow down, to create with intention, to leave your mark in a material that will long outlast you. It's a practice that satisfies the hands, quiets the mind, and nourishes the soul. And in our increasingly virtual world, that tangible connection between maker, material, and the timeless human impulse to shape our environment may be more valuable than ever. The tools are sharp, the wood is seasoned, and the stories are waiting to be carved. All that's missing is you.